wonderful people. This is Voice of Tomorrow. This is a program meant for the young adults in tertiary. Our main aim is to polish their public speaking skills and also make them ready for the job market. My name is Rosemary Oseikofo, and I am your host for today. This week we are going to talk about, is AI going to replace teachers in the near future? What's your take on it? Let's listen to these young adults, their views on it. Stay tuned, we'll be back.
Good evening, lovely people of Ghana. Thank you very much for your continuous support and your vote. Today, I'll be talking about AI and education, as to whether AI will replace teachers. Take your time, stay glued to your seat, and watch me as I deliver a very powerful session. Continue to vote for me using my code BOT15. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening everyone. There has been a raging debate as to whether artificial intelligence are going to replace labor force, as to whether AI can replace teachers in education. But before I begin, let me tell you a story. So there was this teacher in rural Ghana, let us call him Teacher Kujo, who said to his class one day that today we are going to use a laptop and a projector. But how do you think this is going to work? One of his students raised his hand and said, Sir, well, we need a high power electricity that can withstand doomsday in order to make our machines work effectively. Ladies and gentlemen, this boils down to the fact that AI cannot function on its own. And so today, I come here with a simple message that AI is rather going to help teachers make their work better and effective. Whilst AI will be doing the administrative tasks of teaching, like filling report cards, taking attendance and all of that, teachers are going to have time to take care of the administrative, to take care of the emotional needs of his students, to be able to analyze them one by one and have time for them. Let me take you to kindergarten in Ghana, where in the morning, teachers have to take the students through various forms of exercise in order to stimulate and alert the brains of the students. Sometimes we hear rhymes like, a lion has a tail, it has a big head and a very small waist. And all of these things they have to do in order to stimulate the minds of the young people. But AI, can it do that? No. AI is unable to do that. AI can rather help the teacher to mark their essays to know where the students have their problems. AI is here to help teachers do their work better. And so I am of the position that in our modern world, AI is not going to replace teachers or the labor force in our country. Like a wise man once said, AI will not replace humans, but rather AI will replace humans who refuse to use AI. Once again, I am Imam Kofi APJ, and my code is BOT15. Keep on voting for me. Thank you.
So, listening to your content, I think it was relevant. That's my judgment. And then your delivery was okay, just as always. It was okay. Your language and the choice of word and the grammar too was okay. And you were able to engage your audience too. And parts in during your presentation, there were parts where you put in a smile when needed, and your facials were actually engaging actually. So I think you did well. Thank you for your presentation today.
Very much from my side. I think you were more like a storytelling approach. Okay. And then I was a bit down up to a point that I was assuming that maybe you were speaking to yourself. I wasn't getting the feeling that I'm responding to your communication. So it's something that you need to, even though it's a hard truth, but it's something that you need to work on it. Okay. All right. So thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Standing here today, I'm not standing as just a contestant. I'm standing as someone who believes in the power of teachers. My name is David Elninson from the Gimpa campus. Today, I'm going to be speaking about the future of teachers. Will AI replace teachers? Kindly vote for me on VOT7. Thank you. I remember my first experience with a teacher in senior high school. It was during elective math class. There was a question on the board, and I just seemed to not be able to solve it. I wasn't able to even put my head around that question. And my teacher looked at me and said, I should just try it. I should just do something. I should not be timid. Like, I should just try my best on what I can do. It's not about getting it correct, it's about just trying. Now, this situation has stuck with me throughout. Even I use it in university and so on. This is who a teacher is. This is what a teacher does. A teacher inspires. Now, imagine if it was a robot, would it have told me this? Would it have seen my fear? Would it have seen that I was struggling? No, it would have just given me the answers to what is happening, or the answers to the question that I'm being asked. It wouldn't have motivated me to the extent that a teacher would have motivated me to. Artificial intelligence is doing so much today. It's writing essays for students, correcting grammatical errors, writing lesson notes for teachers, and so on. But one thing it lacks is the human heart and the warmth of humanity. But teachers do more than that. Even though teachers write all these things and mark and grade things, they give what we call experience. They inspire. They believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. They motivate. So today, on the topic whether the future of AI today on the topic whether AI will replace the future of teachers. No, AI cannot replace the future of teachers because it's not a human being. It cannot see what we see. It cannot feel what we feel. It cannot have the connection we have with our teachers. Rather, when teachers work together with AI, they can make the world a better place. According to William, yes, according to William Arthur, a mediocre teacher is the last slide. Yeah. According to William Arthur, a mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, but a great teacher inspires. So, on the answer whether AI will replace teachers is no, because AI can teach lessons, but only a teacher teaches love and understands its pupils. Thank you.
Wonderful. Do you know what? It is like you flowing throughout your presentation. You're not following a certain format, unlike the others that they come here. They talk on points. They talk on some. They are very certain on some key points, but you were just flowing. That makes you a very good quality person. Okay, keep it up. Another thing is that on the argument of AI to replace a teacher, I believe that AI could have more information, anything related to any matter. AI will be able to bring it out. Okay, unlike a teacher, a normal teacher, you could ask a person, "Do you know X and Y?" He says, "No, I don't know about it." You can talk about a little bit about it, but AI would point on the detail of everything. So, on that argument, I think that I wanted a superior argument that would convince me that you know so you need to work on it. You need to work on it. But apart from that, you are a very good public speaker. Your content is very deep. Okay, you're able to deliver well. You I was monitoring your grammar was on point, and your engagement with the audience. You also have to look at it. Okay, you are at a point you're focused on us. So there are a number of audience assume that. Okay, and then you work on it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you all once again. I think this is going to be our fourth meeting, and I want to thank you all for showing up for all my meetings. So, thank God for a beautiful audience like you today. And today, I'm going to be more practical. I mean, for the past 3 weeks, I've been talking. But today, I'm going to do two things in my speech. I'm still going to talk anyways, but I'm going to still speak and teach. So, first of all, I'm going to teach. Now, my topic for today is the future of education. Will artificial intelligence replace teachers? So, first of all, I want us to have a school setting, and I'm sure many of you here go to school, so you should know a school setting. So, you audience, you are the students, and I'm the teacher. So, let's go. Good day, everyone. Kindly open your textbooks to page 25. As I said, next week we are writing our end of semester exams, so get ready for it. So, the topic for today is matter. And I'm sure you guys have gone over it because I remember I told your course rep to remind you that today we'll do with matter. So, first of all, what is matter? Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. So, for example, I have this folder over here. It has mass and it occupies space. Now, when it comes to matter, there are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. So, solid states, they have a fixed shape. This folder I have here has a fixed shape and it has the same amount of volume. What's a liquid? A liquid does not have a fixed shape, but it has a fixed volume. So, for example, this water inside this bottle, it's a liquid. So, water is a liquid, and it doesn't have a fixed shape. So, for example, if I decide to pour this bottle water inside this cup, it's going to take the shape of this cup. So, even though it doesn't have a fixed shape, it's going to have a fixed volume. Now, for a gas, and with another illustration would help me with this. This is a perfume, right? Now, gases don't have fixed shapes or fixed volumes. They just fill in the air. So when I take this and I spray it in the air, I'm sure many of you should smell it, right? So gases diffuse rapidly into the atmosphere. So when it diffuses, it takes the shape of whoever it is. Now, coming back to my topic, the future of education. Will artificial intelligence replace teachers? Teachers have been in this system for a very long time. I mean, education goes way back from before we were colonized. We had the non-formal education. Now we have the formal education. The non-formal education basically talked about, for example, I'm a farmer and my son, and I give it to a son. Now he also becomes a farmer. So basically, whatever trade your parents were doing, that's what you end up doing. Then we got colonized by the Portuguese. When we got colonized by the Portuguese, now they brought us the British system of education. So now we have to go to school, we have to buy textbooks, we have to be in class, we have to listen to the teacher or the lecturer. And now we are coming to the age of artificial intelligence, where anyone can just be in the comfort of their home and just research on any topic and learn it and still pass the exams. Now, in this case, we are looking at artificial intelligence. Will they replace what teachers are doing? Well, left to the world alone, I'm sure many of them will say yes to it. But left to me alone, I'm not too sure, because even though artificial intelligence reduces cost, it makes teaching easier and faster. But then teachers give us that spirit, give us that emotion, give us that heartfelt meaning of how to teach. For example, let's say a teacher is passionately teaching about what chemistry is. He gives us that C plus H2O gives us this. So even though that aspect is not embedded in artificial intelligence, I leave you with the answer of whether AI replaces teachers. So I leave that for you to answer. Thank you very much.
You're not supposed to leave it to us. We are supposed to pick one and then argue your points. Yeah. Well, I think you argued a bit, but the latter part, throwing it to the audience, it makes it some way. But anyway, I like the way you started with the little sketch and all that. It was amazing. Keep it up. Thank you.
I think so far, to me, today has been your best delivery since I've been here to watch you present to us. But there's one thing that I want to ask. So, what's the purpose of the teaching that you did earlier?
So the purpose of it was to show them the current system of teaching, how it's been done in various schools across Ghana.
Yeah, I got what the teachers do, but I didn't know you were trying to describe what the AI does. So you did the two and then you left it for the audience to judge. Oh, okay. But I think you should have just like she said earlier, you should have taken a point and then you stick with it. Because I think that's what the others have been doing so far. But today's delivery was the best so far from you for me. So keep it up. All right. Thank you.
I just have one thing to say. You've kept us in suspense. Knowing we are still struggling, we don't know what to do at the moment. So in this case, I'm also throwing back to you. What's the main challenge? Mm? And what do you think about it?
Oh, for me, I would want them to merge together.
So you come out with a strong point to buttress your delivery, your speech. Do you understand? And so that will be more convincing than throwing the question back to us and the audience. Okay, we are struggling within ourselves. Okay, so that's the only thing. But apart from that, you did well today. So far as Stephen Anson is able to understand whatever you delivered, we are okay. Thank you very much.
The future of education. Will AI replace teachers? This is a very unique yet very important topic for our dispensation. I am Gabriel Tiselawete, VOT 18, and I urge you all to vote for me. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In a small town named Imprayaso here in Ghana, once lived a young man named Kobe. Kobe had a national mathematics text to write. But at that critical moment, his only maths teacher, Mr. J, was sick and hospitalized. Once, Kobe spent almost an entire day in the library trying to understand the concept of calculus, but to no avail. Fortunately for him, by evening of that day, his uncle returned from Accra with a Samsung Galaxy Tab E. So when Kobe told his uncle about the plight, he was like, well, I have this AI on my tablet. Let's see if it can help. So they keyed in Kobe's questions, and in no time, boom, the tablet was littered with all the answers Kobe needed. Kobe went ahead to write the test. He passed. Few months later, Kobe wanted to apply to the best university in the country. But this time round, the AI couldn't help. He went to Mr. Ej, who had now regained his health, and Mr. Ej encouraged him. Mind you, Kobe's fear was that coming from a small town, he wouldn't get admitted. But Mr. J told him, no, I have seen you grow. Go for this. And he went for it. Now, imagine a world where classrooms lessons are tailored in such a way that every student's space is catered for. A world where answers to questions are instant. A world where feedbacks are immediate. You know, this sounds like some science fiction, right? Well, it is not. This is happening today with AI. There are several things AI can do. You mentioned them. Zuputo AI, Meta AI. In fact, today, almost all the social media platforms have their AI. You can talk of Meta AI of WhatsApp, Grok of Twitter, Snapchat AI, and all these AIs produce answers to almost all the questions in the world. But does that mean that teachers are obsolete? No. Because education isn't just about information delivery. It's about understanding emotions. We saw how the encouragement of Mr. J made Kobe achieve his big dream. And this is what no algorithm can replicate. The future of education isn't one which is teacherless, but rather one which is teacher empowered. AI is a tool, it is not a substitute. And the best classrooms are those where technologies amplify humanity. Thank you.
Yes, so it's actually a good delivery. I think with you two so far, for me, this has been your best delivery because today I think you were able to manage the pace at which you were delivering. It was the same throughout from the beginning to the end. The way you started, you took that pace to the end, and I actually like that. And your story got us engaged. At least it got me engaged all through to the end. So, in your case, you gave the advantages of AI and the advantages of having teacher Kojo, teacher J. So, so what are you saying?
So that AI cannot replace teachers, because education is not only about answering questions or providing like answers to theories. It's about emotions, it's about feelings, it's about encouraging people, having trust in them, and AIs cannot do that.
Okay. So, are we choosing one over the other?
So we are saying that AIs cannot replace teachers, because even though AIs can produce almost all the answers to the questions in the world, education is not only about answering questions. It comes with other things that only humans can produce, and so AIs cannot replace teachers.
Okay, you said that. So, are you saying that we should use it hand in hand?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gabriel. Your information was very concise, and I find it very more convincing. You came out with a superior point or superior argument where you were able to point out a physical human being can be managed. Okay, you can, in terms of emotions, okay, trying to counsel the person. Okay, so these are the things, the quality aspects I was looking at. But in terms of excellence, okay, with a teacher and AI, so when you look at it, how do you, I'm throwing a question to you, how do you get it if, in terms of the excellence, the person or the teacher produces excellent results as compared with AI?
Ordinarily, AI would give you like almost all the answers you need, which sometimes might skip a human being, because AI is programmed. And so like, but as a human being with features like forgetfulness and like sometimes tiredness, sometimes questions that are posed to you, you may not be able to provide all the answers which AI will produce like to the same question. However, like I said in my speech, the topic has to do with education, and the topic has to do with the future of education. And from my analysis, education is not just about producing all the answers the person needs. That
Okay, so let me cut you. You still come back to the same point as you started. So for me, you have delivered excellently. Okay, and then your content is okay. You were more engaging on stage, so keep it up.
Artificial intelligence, is it a threat or a benefit? I am Abuki Mary Ayaba, a level 300 law student of Kimpa. Today I come to talk to you about the topic of the future of education. Will AI replace teachers? Kindly vote for me using VOT 8. Thank you. We live in a world where machines speak to us. They answer us. We research with machines, artificial intelligence. But there's a question. Out of this growing artificial intelligence, does it take over the human? That is why I laugh, because the name is artificial intelligence. It means that without the human, that intelligence does not exist. But what is AI doing to our education system? AI tools like ChatGPT, Zero, and the rest are helping with faster research, marking exams quickly than human teachers can. Let us not lie to ourselves. AI is great. But does it replace teachers? Absolutely no. And that is why I am here today, to give you reasons why the future of education is not at stake. There is no threat towards education. The future of education is not man and machine or man versus machine. The future of education is man with machine. AI tools are amazing. They give us almost everything we want practically. They can be detrimental because they have biases. But worldwide, we accept that AI is bringing efficiency to everything that we do. But the question is, does it replace teachers in classrooms? The moment we begin to think that AI tools are replacing teachers in classrooms is when we want to believe that formal education is only about information transfer. But that is not what it is. Formal education goes way more than information transfer. AI can do the information transfer, personalized studies for teachers, and even students who are quite slow in learning, which is great. But AI remains what it is, an artificial intelligence and a machine. Therefore, the future of education is not AI replacing teachers. AI does not see the fright in the students. When they try to talk in class and they are shaking, the teacher sees it and encourages them. My dear, say what you want to say. The class wants to hear it. AI cannot do that. AI does not spark courage and joy in students. AI does not give encouragement unless it is asked. And that is the reason why, no matter how amazing AI is, it is not going to replace teachers. Teachers play a far more role in education than information transfer. Teachers mold our character. They advise us. They are our pillar of strength most of the time in the educational field. Therefore, AI cannot replace this remarkable thing that teachers do for us. Rather, AI can help teachers come together and create a better classroom for everyone. So when you are asked anywhere, or when you hear the panic about, oh, AI will take our jobs, better still, AI is going to replace teachers in classrooms, I say no, because the future is not that AI is going to replace teachers and AI feeds us with any information it wants. Therefore, teachers are not important. Like I said, and I would reiterate, teachers do not just transfer knowledge, they spark inspiration in students. They encourage us. They are a pillar for the reason why sometimes we even go to school. AI cannot do this. Therefore, in all your thinking of what AI can and cannot do, I want you to believe that AI will work together with teachers to create better content for education, to help with efficiency in education, and also a clearer learning standards for students and teachers as well. AI is amazing, but no algorithm can replace teachers. No machine can replace the love, the warmly human relation between students and teachers. And at that point, we cannot continue to say that AI can replace teachers. AI is a great invention, but teachers are irreplaceable. Thank you.
The topic is debatable, but so far you've been able to give us a clear understanding of AI, between AI and a teacher. Okay, so that relevancy of your information is high. Okay, and you delivered well. Your language and grammar was on point. You were more engaging on the stage. That is excellent and awesome delivery. Thank you.
Chumwa Emanuela Zaneto is my name, and I will be speaking on a topic that I find very popular and very important, which is, should AI replace teachers? Say no, save lives. Say no, save lives. This is what will happen should AI replace teachers. Can you imagine you being in school for, some stay in school for 14 years, if I'm not exaggerating, or 7 years, and they end up getting their sets just to be replaced by AI? An AI whose cognitive function was just used to replace that of humans. I don't think that is a good thing to do. Introduction. Artificial intelligence has made strides in various fields, including education. However, it can be a valuable tool in enhancing learning, and it should not replace teachers. I have a belief that artificial intelligence is very important. However, it can be used as a complementary in education, but it should not replace people that are actually very important as far as education is concerned. We should know that it is not robots that are going to be in the classroom. It is humans. So they will need their fellow humans to be there with them, to provide that emotional what? Protection and understanding. And human interaction is essential. Teachers provide emotional support, guidance, and human interactions that AI systems currently cannot replace. I am of a great testimony where I was struggling in mathematics, and my teachers were there to help me emotionally. I thought I could not continue with school. I would end that with pictures for you all to understand what I'm talking about and how they've been valuable as far as education is concerned to me. And AI also has contextual understanding. Teachers can understand the nuances of human communication, adapting their teaching methods to meet individual student needs. And when it comes to social skills development, the students are taught to be socially enabled in order to go out and meet their colleagues and talk to them. They learn in school that it is not all about books. They learn to network with their friends. So when they need help, if I am not good in mathematics and my fellow colleague is good in that, I can actually network with that person and become a better person. That is what education is also about. And like we all talked about the empathy and emotional intelligence. And then we come to complex problem solving. Teachers can handle complex, open-ended questions and discussions. And also role model. They serve as role model. There was a teacher that I admired so much. She had all the qualities that I wished I had. And so what did I do? I had to look at her or look up to her and learn certain things. And there were lots of things that I learned aside education that became very valuable to me in my tertiary education. And in conclusion, I would like to end with a case study where a student named Maria, like in my case, was struggling with her math in her ninth grade class. She was assigned online homework through an AI powered platform. And the platform's algorithm determined that Maria was weak in algebra and assigned her a series of practice problems. However, while she was struggling to understand it, she needed personalized guidance, and this AI will not be there to do that. So this AI provided generic explanations. An example of the AI is the ChatGPT. But Maria couldn't grasp the material single-handedly or autonomously. So she felt frustrated and lost. Had there been a teacher, would she have been able to continue with that education journey? Of course, yes. And the lasting impact of teachers. Why do I smile? I smile because these teachers were very helpful to me in my educational journey. This man right here was my religious and moral education teacher. He helped me a lot and I was able to get where I was. Had it been AI, of course, AI would help me in understanding what religious and moral education was. But my teacher he played a very big role in that. And Sefi P, my integrated science teacher, he also played a vital role in my educational journey while I was in junior high school. And finally, Sir Samson and Mesue, yes, Mesue Kabosa, they taught me French and social studies. Those people, I would say, are one of the biggest parts of two when it comes to education, as far as it matters to me. And these people helped me emotionally, psychologically. It is said that parents will not be with their kids for a very long time because they leave their kids at home. And then these children are taken in charge. This teachers take care of this. Sorry, teachers take care of these kids on or in school. Yes, so that is what during that time is the teachers that would provide this emotional support and discipline the students when they go wrong. So the teachers do not only provide emotional and psychological help. However, they play 80% roles that parents are supposed to do when these parents are not around. I believe that AI should be a complementary tool in education and not replace teachers. These people have served wholeheartedly in empowering students to become who they want to be when they grow up and become great future leaders. I think it is not fair if this if AI should replace the teachers, trust me, it will not get anywhere, because that is the importance of education. To have someone who will stand by you emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, and also discipline you when you go wrong. Thank you.
That was a nice presentation, actually, and thank you for showing up. So, yes, your content was relevant, and it was a good argument. And the scenario you brought up, that I should imagine going to school for 14 years and then have, oh, yeah. I'm actually with you on that. I'm imagine going to school for 14 years and then finishing school and just have a machine take over my job. I mean, it doesn't really sit well with me. So, yeah, I think your argument is very relevant. And I like how you invested into your craft, like by bringing this on stage and all that. That's quite thoughtful. Whether it helped or not, it was just thoughtful of you bringing it on. Yes, but what I didn't agree with, actually, or what I didn't like, is your entry. You started on a very low note, but later into it, you picked up. So I think you should have started heavy. Yes, like you always do. I don't know what happened today. Yes, so basically, that's just a few that I have to say. Thank you for coming up.
Wonderful. Um, okay, so I don't have much to say. You did a good job. And in fact, you've been able to convince me, or I don't know that of the others, that AI is still cannot be a teacher cannot be replaced with an AI, right? Yes, that's good. That's good. And even though many countries are now, they are now looking for teachers from different parts of countries, okay, to teach online. If AI could do that, it cannot do. So, yes, of course. And it's a plus for you with your presentation slide, and then how you delivered your speech. Okay. One question. Say no. Say no, say lives. What does it imply? Is it because somebody is dying, or I don't know what's happening? Oh,
The lives that we are talking about are the lives that these teachers have spent. They've invested so much into their education. So if should they lose their jobs, they're actually losing everything, and that is their lives. So when we say no to artificial intelligence, we are saving a teacher, we are saving a job, and we are saving the whole nation. Yes, please. That's
impressive. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. When I was in primary 5, after my daddy passed, the financial status back home was so bad I did not have exercise books for class. Unfortunately, what that situation did was set me up for a lot of embarrassment because I was either being scolded or eventually sent out of the class. Until one day, my teacher, my science teacher, Sir Adam, walked up to my desk and put an amount of money down for me to get 20 exercise books in total. As little as I was back then, that act of kindness did not really mean much. But now that I am all grown and I reflect back on it, I think to myself, education is not just about teaching. Education is about motivation. Education is about encouraging. Education is about inspiring. Education is extending a lending hand to the student as and when they need it. Most of my fondest memories in school is not when I had to memorize elaborate science concepts or when my teacher simplified complex mathematical equations. Most of my fondest memories in school was when my teacher motivated me using his personal stories. Most of my fondest memories in school was when my teacher encouraged me when I was failing academically. Most of my fondest memories in school was when my teacher walked up to my desk and put an amount of money down for me to get exercise books. Artificial intelligence, without doubt, has become a very powerful tool for both teachers and students. Artificial intelligence can solve complex mathematical equations Artificial intelligence can give all the information that we need within a blink of an eye. But once again, education is not just about teaching. Education is a relationship that artificial intelligence cannot provide. Artificial intelligence cannot see when a student is failing academically. Artificial intelligence cannot offer moral support to the student. Artificial intelligence cannot inspire and motivate a student. Most of us can attest to the fact that part of the reasons why we have attained certain heights or reached certain levels in our lives is because at certain points we had just a teacher, if not many teachers, but just one teacher that believed in us and inspired us and motivated us to do better because they saw potential that we couldn't even see in ourselves. So, should artificial intelligence replace teachers? No. Thank you.
I like your slides. You did so well. I have seen a great change in you. The way you pause, your pauses and other things on point. I would advise you keep it up, okay? Thank you.
Yes, Jamila. Yes. But the story you told, was it a real story? Okay, that's cool. It was a very good delivery. And then for me, I thought it was only for me, but she also mentioned it earlier. I think so far since I've been here with you coming to give a speech or something, I think this has been your best so far. You were able to control your pace, and then the where to pause, where there was a full stop, you were like it was very coordinated and delivered very well. And yeah, actually, thank you.
All the four aspects that we're looking at is on point. Okay. The only thing that I would encourage you to do is that next time try and up your energy. Okay. At the point where you want to stress on something. Okay. Okay, that's the only thing that you need to work on. But apart from that, you're on point. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Elsie Free, a level 200 student from Gimpa. Today I'm going to be talking about whether or not AI will take over teachers in the future. Can you vote for me at VOTT? Thank you. We've all been in a situation where in class, you just feel like the lecturer should mute himself or even pause himself. My name is Elsie Free, and I believe that in the future, AI will take over the teachers' jobs. Now think about it this way. Don't think about it as in a robot coming to class to be saying, hey everyone, we are going to learn algebra. No, it's more of what the AI does. Now, AI is more cost efficient because think about it. Having to actually wake up, pick a bus, go to school, having to pay fees and all of that, when you can just get your internet connection and then boom, you are studying. You're having quizzes, you're having lectures and everything in the comfort of your home, having everything you would otherwise do in class, but without having to spend the money to actually do that. AI makes it easier, AI makes it better. And then, if you're being honest, sometimes you learn more than you do in class in the internet. And if you're being honest, you understand it better when you are learning it on the internet. Now, AI also makes learning easier. Why? Think about it this way: having to get up and go on ChatGPT, having to telling him to explain stuff to you when your lecturer is teaching you in class. You may understand it here, but then the things the lecturer tells you when you go online to search for it on AI even more, you understand it better. You can even put it into yourself, like practice it and then understand it in a way that makes you feel like, okay, I can actually treat this topic on my own and say, yes, I am confident in myself that I do understand this topic.
First of all, I think for at least two times that you've been on stage, you could not finish because I didn't know if for one reason or the other. And I think it's not acceptable actually. Yes, because we could be saying pause, take your time and start all over, but we mean serious thing. It's a serious business, so I will not be happy or I will not want it to happen again. You should get your act together and come up to stage because we are not the only ones watching you. A lot of people are watching you. Actually, yes. And now to about your content. The reason why I like your content is because not because of the side you chose, but you decided to choose a side and stay with it. So your argument, you are saying that AI will definitely replace teachers. Yes. And I like the fact that you chose a side and then you stood with it. And then you try to explain some few points why which when the lecturer is teaching, sometimes we wish could he just finish so that we all go and all that. So you chose a stand, and I actually like that for you. So well, people will say otherwise. I mean, the audience will say otherwise. So let's leave it for them to make their judgment from what you stood with. Thank you.
Don't worry about those issues and pauses and here and there. It could happen to anyone else. But apart from that, what he is saying that it is on a serious note, so we have to take it more seriously. We can consider for now, but the next time we wouldn't know how to look like. Okay, you can do better. Okay, just try to know your points and what you have to talk about, so it could directly flow from there. Do you understand? Sometimes we end up I don't know what to say, but then we end up chewing some things, and then when we get somewhere, we are stuck. Okay, we are human being, so very soon AI will be in, according to what you were saying, right? Yes. So in terms of excellency and efficiency sake, I would agree with your point. Definitely so. Okay. We are not looking at emotions here and there. Oh, I did that and all. But then how quality information and then the end results. That is what we are expecting. And AI is able to pull those information out. Okay. So well done. You've done well. Excellent delivery. Keep it up. Next time, try to avoid the stage flights. Okay. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Rabiatul Hassan and I'm here today to deliver a speech on the topic, the future of education. Will AI replace teachers? Please vote for me using the code VOT6. Thank you very much. Have you ever had a math problem late at night, wishing for a tutor who is available 24/7 and knew what you did not understand? AI can be that tutor. This brings us to the critical question we face today. In the future of education, will AI replace teachers? This is my argument. It will not replace, but it will redefine them. It will automate the instructor and empower the mentor. AI can do many impressive things like analyze a student's performance, adapt to an individual's learning speed, and also provide instant feedbacks. For example, platforms like Matific and Kamingo, Khan Academy's AI tutor, can detect when a student struggles with math and automatically provides extra exercises or virtual explanations for them to understand. This kind of personalization is something even the best teacher might struggle to offer every single student in a classroom. However, education is not all about information transfer. It is about aspiration, empathy, mentorship, and critical thinking. These are things machines cannot replicate. Teachers do not just teach subjects, they teach values, teamwork, and they teach critical thinking. They can notice when a student is discouraged. They can motivate them and even nurture a learner who has potentials. These are human emotions that AI lacks. As the late Albert Einstein once said, it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. That art, that human, is something an algorithm cannot imitate. Instead of replacing teachers, AI can be viewed as partners who support them. This combination of human warmth and technological precision could create the best educational outcomes. Of course, there are challenges like data privacy, digital inequality, and also
over reliance on machines, but when schools and policymakers ensure the ethical use of AI tools and also train teachers to learn alongside technology, it will impact them, making learning smarter, more personal, and more human than ever. Thank you very much.
Wow. I actually enjoy your delivery. I think with you too, this has been the best so far. Uh, I don't have anything much to say. It was just a beautiful delivery. Thank you.
With all the four category that we are looking at, you've done well. Okay. I have a question. Not even a question, but I want to draw up some information that you can also depend on, for you to improve. Anytime you come on stage, know who you are communicating with. Do you understand? It's not about you focusing on us, but you assume that there are a number of people here that you are addressing your issue to. That's one of the key things. Okay. And then I think, okay, this one will be off record, but you did well. The delivery was on point. Your content was good. Okay. You were more engaging. Okay. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Rashida Mohammed, a level 400 accounting student at UPSC, and today I'll be presenting on the topic, the future of education. Will AI one day replace our teachers? Let's find out. To my fellow students, imagine walking into class one morning and expecting to be greeted by your teacher's warm smile, but instead you are greeted by a robot who scans you, detects your mood, and begins lesson. Sounds like a science fiction, right? Maybe not for long. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rashida Mohammed, and today I'll be speaking on a question that is shaping the future of how we learn. The future of education. Will AI one day replace our teachers? As a tertiary student, I sometimes find myself wondering, will AI one day replace our teachers or lecturers? Well, AI has actually changed how we learn. From tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Khan Academy AI Tutor, students can easily get answers, summaries, and full essays within seconds. Some people or students, with me inclusive, sometimes depend on AI for assignments. And is this convenient? Yes, it is. But it raises a serious question. If we stop thinking for ourselves, can we truly trust the next generation lawyers, doctors, teachers, or even accountants who relied on AI's help? Let's think about that. Across the world, we see AI in our classrooms. For instance, in China, there are cameras in every class that detect students' attention levels. And in South Korea, robots are made to teach English in kindergarten. AI is efficient because it doesn't get tired, it doesn't get distracted, and it doesn't get emotional. But that could be its greatest weakness: human connection. AI lacks human connection, which is vital between student and teacher relationship. I have personally experienced as student A. There's human connection right here at Voice of Tomorrow. When before presentations, we feel anxious, scared, and we feel like we don't belong. Our very own coach, Miss Rosemary Kufo, is always there to comfort us and make us know, encourage us that our voices matter. So let's imagine if Miss Rosemary were to be replaced with a robot. Yes, the robot might analyze our tone and suggest words that will comfort us, but it wouldn't understand our fear and anxiety. That empathy, that support, it's something no machine can give. So the truth is, AI can mark assignments and deliver lessons faster than any human, but it can never replace the heart. It can never replace the heart. So I'll conclude by saying machines may teach our minds, but only humans can shape our souls. And that's the beauty of education. It's not just about information, it's about transformation.
Your delivery checked. There is something that you need to work on. Okay, that is, you keep in mind of your points. Okay, it's a points that you use to develop the slides, right? So if you want to keep in mind the points, that's fine. Then you can able to deliver it, or you make reference to the points from the slide. Okay, that's the only thing that I discovered. So you are not able to continue from there. Then you have to end your presentation. Okay, so you have an important information for us, but we've skipped all of them. Okay. Now, I like your presentation, the slides, the visuals, the graphics was on point. Okay. And along the line, you kept us anxious. I mean, I was expecting something, not knowing there was a glitch. Okay, so try as much as possible to work on it. Okay. But apart from that, you did well. Very nice presentation. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Today, we explore a question that has sparked curiosity and concern around the world. Will artificial intelligence replace teachers? Let's dive into this topic together. Join me for this episode. I go by the name Hansen Christabel Yaira Ama, contestant code VOT13. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Today, we explore a topic that has sparked curiosity and concern around the world. Will artificial intelligence replace teachers? Let's face the fact. AI has made incredible progress in education. Platforms like Duolingo and Khan Academy use AI to tailor lessons to each student's level, while tools like Gemini, Copilot, and ChatGPT can explain complex topics in seconds. Not to talk about robots like Now that are used in classrooms in Japan to assist students with special needs. These technologies show us one thing. AI is a powerful educational assistant. It can grade thousands of papers instantly, identify students' weaknesses, and even provide 24-hour tutoring support. This is the task that it can perform impeccably. Okay, but there's the truth somewhere. Teaching is not all about transferring knowledge. It's about building human connection. Teachers don't just teach, they understand, inspire, and guide. AI has, of course, helped us in many ways. We can't deny the fact. But when it comes to emotional support, the teachers support in that aspect. Let's give an example. When a student struggles with confidence, no algorithm can read the pain behind their silence the way a teacher can. And even when an individual is being recognized in class, it is the teacher's encouragement, not AI system. So let's think about AI as a calculator. It can solve problems faster, but it can never replace a teacher or a mathematician. Similarly, AI can help teachers to solve problems smarter, but it can never also replace a teacher in the classroom. So the future of education isn't about AI versus teachers. It is about AI and teachers working together, blending technology with teaching in order to work together in the best possible way. Thank you very much.
So I like the way you controlled what you were presenting to us. Your facials with the movements actually worked, and your content was relevant, and it was very significant. And that's what I think. And I like the way you deliver. Your delivery was okay, and the language, your pronunciations were okay. They were good, and your engagement with the audience with me, I think it was on point. So keep it up. Thank you for
If AI is actually going to replace teachers in our modern world, I hope you have learned so many things and you are going to put it into practice. My name is Rosemary Oseikofo, and this program is proudly powered by Stanbic Youth Banking. And I know that you are also going to save with Stanbic and know a whole lot of things with entrepreneurs. My name is Rosemary Osei. Stay tuned for more of our programs. Bye-bye.